Alright, back. Before I get too far along, I forgot to put the speedometer drive in the hole over there. I would notice that when you put oil into it, it'd leak. Alright, we need to get this put in before I get too much further along. I'll forget. Again. That goes over here. It goes underneath here. So, that's why you forget, you don't see it. We got to get the trying together before we put it in, so that's why I didn't get done. Okay, now this has a gasket that goes in here that you can put on this that will make it theoretically seal. You notice I said theoretically there. Somebody put 3-bond on there like I used before. That should be the gasket for it. Yeah, it works. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to put 3-bond on here, put the gasket in there, 3-bond the piss out of that, and I don't care if I get on the threads a little bit, and I jam it in the thing and tighten it down. So it's got a bunch of sealer everywhere around it. Hopefully it don't leak. So that's how you do it. So this I think is a 7/8. Yep, there you go. Okay, so let's see if we can get that in there. So before I get it all nice and gooey, check to see. See if it goes in there like it's supposed to. Nothing like waiting to the end to find out it doesn't fit. Okay. Got to engage in the worm gear on the side of the little gear in there. That's going in kind of snug. Let's go ahead and poke this thing into gear. Okay, we're in low gear now. Trying to make sure this is going in like it's supposed to. It doesn't want to go in, so that's why I'm being careful. Let's get over the edge of the bench so I got more room to work. It's a little bit less room for you to see though, but I'll get down here and okay, got easier all of a sudden there. It's engaged. Okay, it's tight. Let's rotate around, make sure it all works correctly here. Yep. Give it a second. Get in my way, too close. Okay. Third. Fourth. But there's no fifth. Oh well. Oh. Clutch in there. Okay, everything appears to be working like it's supposed to. and pull this out now. So you want to make sure there's no binding on any of the gears or anything in there. I don't usually have problems down here, but it doesn't take much to cause a problem. See, it unscrewed pretty easy. It went in kind of hard. Make sure there's no grit on your finger when you pull out anything. Appears to be dry, so that's good. Means it wasn't making any chips in there while we're doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go sealer all this up in here. I'm not going to put lube on here because when you put oil in it, it lubes it automatically. And I don't want to put grease or oil where I'm going to put my sealer. Makes the sealer not work. So we just have to live with it being dry. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of this. Take a good load of it right there. There's like an O-ring channel in here, so I don't care if that fills up full of goop. A little bit more. Alright, pretty liberal amount on there, especially for me. So I'm going to leave that in there, let it set up for a minute or so. I put some of it back in a tube because I got too much on my finger. Alright, clean my finger off. Okay, that's enough drying time. Stick her up in there. Jiggle around a little bit to get the teeth engaged. Screwing in my fingers, that's a good sign. Okay, just about all the way with my fingers. Okay, I'll give it a little bit of a yank here. Okay, you quit compressing the gasket finally. So it's in there pretty tight. So you got a lot of leverage with this. So definitely cause issues. Okay, we got a little bit of excess stuff everywhere over here. So now it's well lubed up in there, see? Wipe off the stringers, but I'm not going to wipe it clean because that's all that sealer on there will seal it all on the outside, the inside, and the middle. So I don't mind leaving a little excess like that on there. Normally I don't like that, I clean it up, but this one we're going to leave it. Alright, so we got that handled. So now we can go back on the other side and continue with the clutch install. So go ahead and put her in neutral here too while we're at it. Second. Right below. Right to neutral. Second. Third, right into fourth. Appears to be shifting pretty good. And neutral. See, I'm rotating this here. I didn't have to turn the motor. The clutch was open. Okay, so that's all in there. Okay, now we're going to put the clutch in here. This is over here. So we're using a stock asbestos plates in here. Asbestos means it's probably got asbestos in it. Teach you what that means. Okay, we do not need to put the oil pump gasket in here. with a clutch, so don't put that in there. I think we'll throw this one away now. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to take it back apart to put it in there. Okay, your inner plate is a thin plate, but it's not as thin as these. It has a backer on it. The backer is supposed to be up. This goes against it like that. That's how it's supposed to work. Not supposed to be this direction. It's supposed to be this lip goes out. Push it on like that. So this goes in first. Everything should be nice and free, not bound up. Okay, then you got your plate. These are not to be wet at all. Preferably you don't want to bind them up too far. Just put another steel one in there. It doesn't matter which way these go on. I don't like mixing them all the same, so we'll mix them up a little bit. If you remember where the hell the other one was at, which I don't, so I just put it in there. Luck of the draw, I guess. Slip it in. See, I'm trying to hold on the outside, not touch it too much. I use the tips of my fingernails to push on it, so I'm trying to keep it clean. Another one of these. I think there's 7 plates altogether on this one. 7 fiber, 7 steel. Now if you have to push these in really hard, pull them out and file on them or whatever to make them easier to work. If they're all bound up, they're not going to work correctly. Now he's got a set of new Kevlar plates to put in here too later on, which he should put in right now that are wet. In which case you leave the cover off of this thing and let the oil in and out. This is the cover that goes over to keep it dry. So when it's wet, just leave that thing off. My race bike, I leave it oiled. I use the 8-plate Kevlar extra plate kit and works great. It's good for about 10 years of racing with no problem. Every 2 or 3 years I'll burn up 1 or 2 of my steel plates, I'll replace those, and fibers are still good. There you go. Okay, this is your other plate. I already ground this kind of flat because it was pretty uneven. I welded up where it was broken, so this goes on next. Now you have a rectangular slot in here and you got a push rod that's rectangular. They got to kind of line up together. So pick a spot, line it up. Now we have to go in here and find the spot where these splines here go in the hub and the studs are in the middle of the hole. If the stud is off the side, pull it up, move it until it goes correctly. Eventually you'll find a spot where everything lines up. But you got to make sure that goes in here vertically where it's supposed to be. So right now, let's see if we lucked out and got my first shot. It appears to be a no. So if you notice, it doesn't line up. Okay, we're all set. Pull that off. Do the next one. Okay, that looks like it's slightly better, but see it's way off there. Excuse me. So that's not it. Let's go find another spot. That one's looking pretty favorable, see? It looks pretty close. Yeah, that's pretty close. This one's a little off here. I can bend it. The other ones look nice. Okay, so now the push rod's going this way. Now it's got to go this way. So I'm going to pull this off, rotate this until it lines up the new direction. Stick it back on. There we go. Right there. Push the push rod out against it. Make sure you're on it. See, the push rod's pushing it out right now. We're good. Okay, now we got cups. These are cups. You want to make sure these go in there and don't bind. See, it goes straight in like that and rattles around when it's in there. That means it's not binding. That's good. Keep doing that until you have a problem. Now this one here looks like it might be a problem. It is. It won't go. Okay, let's make sure it's just the one that's a problem. Appears to be just the one. Yep. See how those are good? That's the only one's problem, because it's bent. Okay, where is my last cup? There it is. Using all kinds of stuff here. Okay, so this one here has an issue. This is an issue rectifier. You gotta figure out which way the issue is and rectify it. She's been rectified. Boom, fits easy now. Okay, here is your outer plate. You want to make sure this fits in there nice and smoothly, otherwise you bend all the other ones to fit. So let's just see if it fits nicely. Appears to be not too nice. Appears to be something over here is not happy. Looks like the one we just rectified needs to come up this way a little bit. You get a little bit of tap, look, it goes right on. Okay, so now you're not fighting anything. Okay, there you go. Simple. Okay, these are the springs that he had. They look like they're fairly weak, so they should be good. Appears to be 6 of them for some reason. Must be how many there is, huh? Okay, I'm going to find the nuts here. Looks like some of them are already out. They're all out. Okay, so we have nuts. We have tall nuts, we have short nuts. Short nuts have titties on them. Tall nuts have titties on them. They engage on these titties to keep them from rotating. See, it goes across the tip with tension on it. See, it drops in, it won't come off. Digs in. Now you have, these here have a cone to them, or a step, so that goes in the big hole, see? Small hole, see, it doesn't fit. This nut here goes over the small hole. Doesn't matter where you put the nuts. It's just once you make your decision, you're committed. Okay, so we're going to take the tower nut and stick it on top of that bad stud, wherever it was, right here. We're going to line off of it. Okay, we got one in. Skip a hole, go next one. That's another tall one. Can you tell why they're tall? Who's going to be the first one to comment and say why it's correct? Okay, so that goes in like that. Okay, we got our 3 in there that we need. 1/2 inch wrench, pull them down equally. Can you figure out why those are tower nuts? As you go down until they're like flush. See how they get more spring tension on them? Okay, so now you got those all on that far. Now you can take the short nut with a groove in and put on the stud. So anybody figure out what the tower nuts are for yet? It's called a built-in clutch compression tool. Okay, run these in there a little ways. Change the tool out and get the small nuts on. Okay, now you gotta set your spring height. So, do is you come over here and you measure between the cup and the inside of the pressure plate. You want to see about 3/16 of an inch. So 3/16 is about where we're at right now, if you can read that. That's 3/16. Can't see it from that side, go from this side. Okay, so that's that one. Now you go to the next one. Looks like it might be close, maybe one off. Go down here, check this one. That one might be one too many. Get one too much, one too many. So we'll go a little extra. Go one notch. Looks good to me. So that one might be too far. That one might be fine. We're close. Okay, these three are pretty close, so we rotate it around. Next three, right there. Next three. That one there is too far. See how it's too far? It's probably about right. Check down there on this one. That looks okay. And this one up here, looks like we're probably pretty close on that one. Okay, so they're roughed in right now. Now you can go ahead and put your cover on here, put it all together and pray it works, which is what a lot of people do. You also make sure the push rod is in there where it belongs. Doesn't look like it's even in the hole, but I know it is. I hope it is anyway. That's not good. Can't tell if it's in there or not. I think we're looking at the side of the push rod right now. It's a different color, so I think it's okay. It's all the way in there right now. You just want to make sure it's in there where it belongs and not some stupid location. So if we push on it, I can't get behind it, so yeah, I think it's in there already. I'll look at it a couple more times, make sure. Alright, anyway, what you do is you go ahead and put the thing all together. This has a push rod, so it goes through this side. There's a worm over here, and the cable goes down in here, and I don't have all the stuff to do it. So you got to put it all the way together. You come over here, and you watch this pressure plate. You want to make sure it comes out evenly, like this. If it comes out like that and then goes out, then this needs more tension. Either screw this down a notch or unscrew it. Now you see how this is loose? This one's not even touching. That means we need to have the tension set on that yet. Okay, that's loose. Now you got tension on it. And you measure your measurement. Make sure your 3/16 is still there. See, I didn't go back and check any of these yet. See, this one's loose also. So you got to check all these. You just want to make sure you got tension on these things. You can go one more like that, and these will get looser. That seems to be pretty good. That's good. That's good tension now. That's tight, and those are tight. No loose ones. Okay, I'll double check my heights there in a minute, but anyway. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and tighten this thing up, and you want this thing to come out nice and even, so it comes out like this, nice and even. Like I said, if it pulls out on that side over there and then comes out that way, this is too loose, or this is too tight. If you get down below your 3/16 here, you can go down to 1/8 of an inch, but that's about your limit. You can also come out further. If you go out further, you lose tension, you go in, you get more tension. So if the clutches slips a little bit, you tighten them up, all of them half a turn or one turn, and get in there. Now, if you pull the clutch in and this cup hits the back side of that, you're bottomed out. You're going to break stuff. You went too far. So if you get close to that point, that's when you come into a heavier spring if you have to. Most people don't do that much work. But I can't complete the job until I make this work evenly, because if it comes out unevenly and it comes out like that, it'll drag, it won't shift. It'll be a pain in the butt to ride. So that's that. Now, this thing here goes on here, which I'm not going to complete obviously, but that goes under like that. There's a gasket that goes under there. And that's a sure place to leak, believe me. So usually what I do is I put a sealer, some 3-bond like material on the inside of this here. And then on this side I'll just put like gasket cinch. and I'll goop up the gaskets wherever they ran off to. Here's the gaskets here. So that goes on there like that. So the 3 bond against the cover, and it's the gasket cinch against this. That way you can pull it off and you might not destroy the gasket. No guarantees, but you might. Because you have to pull this off to adjust it, obviously. Alright, so that's why I'm going to leave it like that. So he's going to get it back. I'll probably go ahead and put the cover on there and the screws and everything so it'll be there, but it won't be put together. He's going to have to take it apart and adjust it. If he doesn't, he's going to break something because it'll be loose. Okay, so I can't finish that anymore. Like I said, I already checked these. I'm going to double check these heights here just to make sure we're still pretty much where we want to be. Yep. So, close enough. I'm packed in pretty good. I might be half a turn too much on a couple of these, but that's alright. I've got to be tight. Always like that. So you can see how tight your kicker gear is over here. It's right up against it almost, looks like, but it works. Alright, so we're about done with the, pretty much we're done with the primary for now because I don't have anything else to do anything. Except just put the cover on it to make it look pretty. And this is done over here because I don't think I have a cover to go over here. So the next thing is we're going to have to work on the magneto and the cylinders and pistons. So I'll probably put the cylinders on first, and I'll do the mag last. Then I'll do the heads after that. I'm going to put the mag on before the heads go in, I think. I'll figure it out. I might do it the other way. We'll figure it out. I'll definitely have to mag and check it first, though. Okay, so that's pretty much about where we're at on this. I'm going to go ahead and put all this together. This is the fancy screws they give you, or these lock tab things. These are straight slot screws. When you're all done, you take a screwdriver, bend the tab into the screw slot, and that's what locks these in. I am not going to be doing that. They have these stupid washers in here. They do nothing. I'm not using those. See, they're all laying all through there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the cover on here so you can see how to do that, but we're not going to keep it on. You know, it won't be permanent, obviously. Go ahead and put one gasket on there so we'll have it. Oh, I wanted to look at this here real quick. Make sure I'm seeing what I'm looking at. I think I'm seeing. Yes, I'm looking at the side of the push rod. I'm good with that. Okay. So it looks like it's dirty, so we're going to wipe this out. Still looks dirty, so must just be the powder coat. Here's your gasket. Holes line up good. Now putting multiple gaskets does nothing, so don't do it. Doesn't matter which hole it goes to, the holes are all the same. These have a curve to them because they match the cover. If you put them on upside down, they're like that. Doesn't work. Put them on correctly. Follows the curve, see? Harley was not totally stupid. They did understand how to do some things correctly. This was a bad design though. But they didn't have any materials back then that worked with oil, I imagine, so you gotta do what you gotta do. You see how fun this would be when this is all gooped up. This screw doesn't want to start either, which is another problem. Yeah, those threads aren't happy with each other, but it went. So easy if you get the motor open, turn it over, you have to fight it. Powder coat is fighting the thread of the bolt location slightly. These look like 1024 screws, so coarse. Yeah, looks like I got the right quantity. There you go. Now let's see if we have all the screws. Now you do not have to run all this crap on here if you don't want to. I have a 1024 Phillips head screws with a built-in star washer is what I like using on stuff like this. And you tighten them up, they stay tight. You don't have to deal with all these stupid lock tabs. So, but you can do what you want. That's the one or two times I don't run them open clutch. Sometimes the customers want you to run stock stuff. And go, okay. Put good stuff in there, we'll deal with it. I'm missing a screw. Oh, I see it. Buried behind the bushing over there. Trying to get away. Looks like I got all the screws. Okay, so now you just take all of these. Work your way around the circle, skip every other one. Try to get the cover to go down evenly. Okay, cover's going down now. Okay, tight. Tight. Let's get to the bottom. Tight. Tight. Go up one notch. Good. 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 Get that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Okay, those are just finger tight. Or a little bit more finger. They're light tight. Not very tight, but light tight. Okay, now if you're done with the job, you would come in here, take your screwdriver right here, line it up on your slot. Your slot's right here. You come over here like this on the outside of the lock and you give it a little bit of a tap, just a light tap. That'll take that and shove it into the slot and that'll keep it from unscrewing. If you hit it too hard, it'll shear the whole thing off and it doesn't do anything. Except come loose, getting your chain, cause other issues. So that's what that's for. Those are what those tabs are made like that for. That's it. It's kind of an old way of doing things. Me, I like to upgrade. Leave it off. If you're going to use it, put a screw with a calculated lock on the best way. But at least, these are stupid. Now these here, the screw never hits on the lock parts. They don't do anything. Use Loctite. Anyway, that's what you do. Alright, so that looks pretty good now. So everything is working correctly now, like it's supposed to. At least it seems like it is. So that looks pretty good to me. And like I said, you got the kicker over here works. I don't have his lever, but my lever does work, so I'm good with that. So we're neutral right now, so all that works. Alright, so that's it for now. I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, see now it's almost 1 a.m. Way over there if you look at the clock. In case you think I work early. I get an early start on the day. It's 1 o'clock. There you go. I'll be back tomorrow about 2. Okay, so we'll put a little cover over that to keep dirt out. And tomorrow, if I don't get too interrupted, we're going to try to get the cylinders and stuff on this one. I don't think we'll get it finished, but we'll just get close. Alright, that's it.